because I really do think EG are the best at adapting, and I think they've adapted well in the last game, and I think they're still adapting. So
check out this cool shirt, Alan.
You're selling out right now.
Selling out.
Actually, I have this shirt and I like it.
Yeah, aren't they nice? Sind, what do you think? Do you approve?
I have it too.
Look at it. Look how sexy that shirt is. It even fits over ties.
Can we have a better one?
Hey, this has every hero and item in a silhouette form.
Oh, it has
See that
heroes. I didn't notice that.
That's clockwork right there.
Nice shirt, Alan.
Clockwork.
This guy doesn't know what's up.
Yeah,
I like your shirt though.
Yeah, it's really good.
I should have worn mine.
What team are you on?
RTK.
Oh, me too.
Yep.
I like green.
Green is the far superior color. You can pick up this shirt on Teespring, guys. The campaign's live now. There's a post about it on the website, beyondthesummit.tv. If you like it, check it out because they are limited edition. But we've got a draft for game number 2, and I vote we hop on in.
I think Vici are going to come back. Thanks for asking my opinion.
Oh, yeah, you're right. glad, thank you.
Yeah, I think they have a different kind of approach now. And we will see it in the bans. This is what I was asking last game, that they get rid of the gyro. It is going to give away the bristle for EG as the first overall pick.
Oh, they really wanted them to go Visage and Drow, but then they changed it up. Oh, no, not Visage Drow.
So they take the Bounty Hunter early again, but this time Dragon Knight for super.
Yeah. I think Bristleback does well against Dragon Knight in the mid lane here. And it could be something they do.
I could say in the laning phase, but once that Silver Edge comes out, then you've got a tool to really deal with the Bristle.
Silver Edge.
I think this could be in, once again, in anticipation, what heroes have been doing really well with Bristle this tournament? Chen and Wisp. Wisp is banned. They have the Bounty Hunter again. They take it as a block pick to Chen because they feel like they have to with the bans they've pulled out. The Dragon Knight, to me, is the special thing here that has Vici even played that at all this tournament? It's mainly been Team Secret, I think, rolling the Dragon Knight out, and of course Cloud9 might have been one pick for Vici.
It was Cloud9 more so, yeah, with Fada, and then his Dragon Knight got shut down a lot later on. In the earlier stages, he was dominating, but then he got kind of figured out. Another hero that a lot of people have been talking about, the new Rave, Alchemist, that hasn't... It's really good against, the D push, against Dragon Knight in the mid lane. It's really hard to kill him, and you can always just get the creeps off, or kill the creeps off with the acid spray pretty easily. So it could be a hero we see, but it might be saved for another occasion.
Okay. EG, we'll think about this second pick for a little while here.
Clock is really good still.
I could take the clock.
I really doubt this is a Bristleback for Universe. I don't think it makes sense.
Well, no, it's Fear. Fear always plays it. Fear's playing it.
All right.
They take the Coddle. So Aoi, Keeper of the Light. Now, remember we saw that crazy game, the 11 45-minute Aghanims. I feel like that was a bit of a one-trick pony. Now,
I feel like that's not happening against Bounty Hunter.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen against Bounty Hunter, and I think Vici, even if they didn't have the bounty, would be suspicious. Hey, Coddle's missing. I wonder what he's doing.
I think they might be doing dual lanes.
Dual lanes, okay.
Aggressive, maybe dual lane with Bristle Coddle. Is that a thing? Or even safe lane it?
Coddle Bristle is godlike. Yeah. You get 2 Quill Sprays out in a row when Chakra is level 3 and higher.
And then if you get a Bristleback proc, you can actually triple Quill in the span of like 2 seconds. It's
in the span of half a second.
Well, if it's perfect, But
I mean, we're talking perfect here. That's what they're going for. They're not satisfied with anything
less.
This
is a perfect world.
Sir.
They're sitting there with a calculator checking how much damage Bristle has taken. They're like, now is our opportunity. I've taken 350 damage. Let's go.
Good math. Good math.
Yeah.
No, I have to say, I'm really glad to see Darkseer making a resurgence back into the competitive scene.
Yeah.
He's a really fun hero to watch.
Yeah, that was
He adds a really cool dynamic.
Things you wouldn't hear 3 years ago in a cast.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Darkseer's back. It's just so refreshing.
It's such a fun hero to watch. Back then he was picked all the time and was
Tide
pretty insane. Yeah.
What
TI2
Black Hole,
especially. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Enigma. Yeah, Black Hole's not a hero.
The Wombo combo meta. Well, EG with some very similar bans here in the second phase. Ishkafel as well as the Brood Mama. Taking out those offlaners, and Vici, they're going to do the same thing here. Clockwork taking out. They may want to ban another universe hero also. Running low on offlaners this game.
I mean, every single game I watched EG, they banned Darkseer and Brood the second phase, no matter what. Like in the last 5 or 6 games.
Is that their jam?
Yes.
I think they might want to ban Tide.
No, we saw Tide yesterday from VG, and he got absolutely destroyed by Secret. I don't think. It just depends. Like, if Tide doesn't get shut down too hard, it depends on the range
heroes.
Yeah, it depends on.
I don't know. I agree though. All right, they're going to ban Storm. So the thing about Tide is he's kind of... It's very important that you land the Ravage, and if you get any sort of half-decent fight but not really good with Ravage, it feels like a wasted pick compared to something like a Clockwork that has way less downtime between initiations. I was just looking at EG's lineup and I figured, you know, if they can set up, like, even just decently, it's difficult to gank the Tide with Bounty. He's really good with Kraken Shell against Bounty's ganks. He's great against Dragon Tail. He's one of the heroes you can't just Dragon Tail and burst down without any consequence, and I could still see it for EG, but you're right. It's probably not the hottest pick right now.
What's the cooldown on Ravage? I think if Ravage had a little bit lower cooldown, you know, yeah, if it had like maybe 100 or something,
No, it's less.
I think it's less. It's 130 or 140. It's in that vicinity.
if it was something maybe, you know, where it's like 90 seconds, like CM ulti now or something, I think we could see it a lot more. But because a lot of these teams are just, you know, you have a Bristleback doesn't rely on ulti. You have Track, you have Dragon Knight's ulti is really low cooldown. We're just seeing heroes run at each other with the low cooldown ultimates. So,
do you guys want a spoiler on Vici Gaming's next pick, by the way?
it's gonna be Range Hero.
It's Quaswex Invoker.
Oh yeah. I spoiled too.
You know it?
Yeah.
You feel it?
I'm actually inside Isis's brain right now.
Do you want to bet?
Radiant team pick.
Okay, I guess not.
I mean, Ice is going to play Undying.
You ready for
FY is Bounty Hunter.
Come on, don't let me
Dragon
down.
Knight mid from Super, and they're going to pick support first here. So they're going to pick Rubik.
I think Rubik could be likely. Lena, the third pick now for EG.
Wait, you think Bounty isn't support or Undying isn't support? If you want Rubik.
No, Ice is offlane Undying.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
I like the Rubik.
I think Invoker is really good
5
for this.
seconds.
The thing about how Vici Gaming have been picking with Undying is that they've picked Quaswex Invoker against and with Undying, where the idea is you set up the Tombstone and the enemy team goes. If they go for the Tombstone, they take the EMP. Right? It kind of combines very well.
But
I
the thing
see.
is, EG might go aggressive, and then Invoker's just going to get shat on. And then you're going to have Dragon Knight mid, so if you can't put Dragon Knight anywhere else.
Come on, just pick that Invoker.
Come on.
It's a good hero. I just hope it doesn't get shut down in the laning stage.
He is really, really good against Bristle, too. That's another thing to keep in mind. There we go.
Okay. They take the other support.
Why do I have to be... Get out of here. Oh, my God.
Just leave.
Fuck you, production.
Drops the mic. Boom. Okay, well, there's still
I
hope.
was actually really confident. That's like the pick I've been most confident about the
Yeah,
whole
you seemed
series.
so confident when I offered a bet, and you were just dead silent.
hesitated.
Yeah, well,
You owe Andrew something now.
10
back
seconds.
massage.
God damn it.
Oh,
Yep.
Bane for EG.
All right, Corlina for Sumail.
So Sumail, Lena mid, Aoi Keeper, and then PPD Bane. So Fear Bristle, we need a Universe hero to round things off. What's left for Universe here? A lot of offlaners banned out.
Yeah, they can even go safe lane against Undying, something that's not Bristleback. They can go aggressive with those heroes.
Earthshaker, Sand King, slightly less conventional. The Tide Hunter you mentioned.
Another tempo controller. With Lena with Ags, I think that's a carry hero, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
It can count as a carry hero in my eyes. And with Bristleback, that's another great carry, semi-carry
Did you ever
hero.
see NIP do the Machine Gun Lena on the last patch? The Troll Ogre Lena?
No, I didn't
Give her
see it.
Bloodlust, pop the
Jeez.
Battle Trance, and then let her cast some spells, and it's a machine gun of fireballs. I don't know if it really won games, but it was still cool.
That's a nice Razor ban.
Oh,
We've been seeing a lot of Razor last picks at this tournament.
That's true.
And this hero would have just stomped on the Bristleback. Maybe they should have picked it last instead of the Skywrath and
I think
just
they
saved
should
their
have picked
support.
Invoker.
Jeez.
It's not too late, Sind.
Yeah.
What's
I think
Invoker's-
they're...
I don't know if Invoker's the right call against Keeper, though, if for at least mana purposes, because you can just give back the chakra to the Bristle.
Yeah. That's true.
5
Unless you take all of the Keeper's mana also.
remaining.
Keeper that mana.
20 seconds for Vici Gaming on this final pick.
They could actually go Quasixort Invoker.
All right, well, it's a Queen of Pain, so there you go.
It's kind of the same.
A pretty well-rounded draft for Vici. Good mix of damage types.
Oh, boy.
The Sumail Tinker.
Wait, what?
That's Fear
It's an
Lena.
off-
Fear Lena, offlane
Coddle.
Bristle. No, it's going to be the
They're
offlane
doing
Bristle.
dual lanes again, like
Wait,
I
what?
said. They're
Fear's
doing
going
dual
to play
lanes.
Lena.
Yeah, they're doing dual lanes, like I was
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
So, Bane, Lena. Great duo. Nightmare to set up for the stun.
There's no point in AUI just staying in his zone. What if he went to the enemy jungle and did the thing?
Cliff jungled in the enemy turf. I mean, maybe that
That'd
could
be
fake out
hilarious.
FY. He's
No,
going to spend a lot of
not
time
gonna
on the
happen.
enemy side of the map.
That'd be hilarious, but it's not gonna.
I think when FY checks the enemy jungle and Aoi isn't there and
Yeah.
he's nowhere else, there are two places he could be. He could be doing Ancients, or he could be in their
He's doing
jungle,
Roche.
or trying to do Roche.
Yeah.
I
got
think
you.
out of those three options, there's actually only one that's remotely probable.
Just the Roche one.
I mean, yeah.
Remaining.
That is next level strats right there.
They should have picked Necrophos Ancient strat.
Ow.
There
Does
you
that
go.
do damage to Roche?
It did. It was bugged.
Does it still do damage to Roche?
Stupid. Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, it
They got
should.
patched out.
That would be a little silly.
Yeah, let's just
It
go
would take him
Roche.
15 minutes, but it's still silly. I guess it's percentage based. It actually wouldn't be that slow.
He was. I seem to remember the guide to it was. This is what you do. You like stack ancients and you just stand here,
Yeah.
and you would kill Roche by minute 7 and be level 8. I think, from killing
Wow.
like ancient stacks in Roche. I'm pretty sure something along those lines. It was pretty sick.
That's
but-
not bad, actually. You know, Ice really likes those mangoes. He's one of few players I see buy a mango almost every game, it feels like. Maybe not every game, but more often than not.
I think on Undying, it's the best to have. You have 3 spells that cost about 100 mana each or more. So just having those at an instant time when you don't have a mana boots is key.
Sumail Tinker. So this is a hero we haven't seen much this tournament. Talk to us about the current state of the Stinky Tinky.
I am not responding to that. You can try again if you want.
Cinderin, would you please describe to us the nuances of one Tinker?
Excalibur.
Okay.
Shout out to Excalibur. Wasn't he here last
Steve,
summit?
he was here at Summit
1?
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Summit 1.
So I think
I was
right now,
admitting that game when he played that amazing Tinker, actually.
when it comes to how teams are playing right now, with its like mid-game focus on team fighting and pushing towers, I actually think Tinker is a really nice pick right now. When you look at what Vici Gaming are trying to do, they'll try to siege with Dragon Knight with Tombstone and just tracking up the backlines. Sumail can buy a lot of time, and I think it's an underappreciated hero right now, actually. Of course, it did get nerfed a lot back in the days, but has been buffed a little bit, I think, the last 2 patches, and,
Yeah.
and definitely has a place. I think it's a cool pick here.
Yeah, and the nerf to the jungling creeps kind of hurts him a little bit in this patch, a little bit, as well as the Ancients obviously took him away a long time ago. But against a Dragon Knight, this is the perfect pick. He's just going to roll all over him.
So Hao will be in the safe lane here on the Queen of Pain, and it will be something similar to an aggro try for Vici. Of course, FY spending some time looking for couriers, moving around, but they will have 3 heroes up top to try and babysit this Undying. They'll be paired with that Skywrath Mage.
These sentry placements from PPD, he's really keeping nice track of the bounty.
They bought 4 sentries this game. Oh,
What I'm scared of is for this Queen of Pain. I mean, Universe should be able to just continue cleaning up here, and Hao having a lot of trouble last hitting. This is a tough 2-on-1 matchup.
On the other hand, it's a really easy lane to gank for Bounty Hunter.
True.
This Coddle playing this aggressively, I think FY's definitely looking to aggress this lane as soon as possible. But, oh well, maybe not. He's still hanging around the top area. I would expect him to cross down, because if he has an Orb of Venom, this Coddle is actually a free kill.
Boom.
Oh, nice Illuminate.
Ooh.
oh, he gets the hit off.
Oh,
that's
that is
Quap's done.
super important
Quap's done.
for EG.
Oh,
And look
my.
at Sumail. It's just, this is a clinic. This is
8-6 versus 3-0 in CS.
Yeah,
That-
Dragon Knight can't win this lane. It's impossible.
well,
it's like going against an OD, but at least against the Tinker you can breathe fire.
so what is it about the Tinker that makes it so hard for the Dragon Knight to do anything? Why is it that he can't just Bottle Crow with Breathe Fire to find some farm?
Oh yeah, sure he can, but he can't out-farm the Tinker, because with Breathe Fire, realistically, you can set up 2 CS per Breathe Fire, right?
Yep.
And Tinker will clean up the rest.
He has like, what, how much damage on him? I think it was 10 or 12. Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
69
He
to
has a-
55.
Oh,
That's,
Yeah, you're right. DK does have fairly low.
Laser was buffed, by the way, and it's
did.
not insignificant. The mischance actually scales pretty well now. It's 4.5 second blind on level 4. Great hero against Dragon Knight in general in the mid game, especially. Oh, obviously until he gets a BKB. If the BKB's down, you really shut him down nicely.
Well, now FY is starting to move around a little bit. Still has not found a courier snipe, and still pretty far from finding his way in the bottom lane. Quap is out of regen except for her stick. No, it's a wand, really.
I mean, the only way they can really kill Sumail and, well, top lane.
Here we go. Ice getting aggressive. Tombstone comes down. Nightmare onto the Skywrath.
Is PPD
Beautiful
actually
LSA.
tried to destroy that Tombstone? That's
bold, Cotton.
That's just naive, actually, more than anything.
First blood will come out. It's Ice that draws it now. Fear in trouble. Gets a stun on 2, but it'll cost him his life, and it's a set of kills for Vici Gaming.
What is Lena's level right now?
2.
2. Okay, so if they hit Fiery Soul, it's potentially possible, but else you can't.
They can't kill the Tombstone right now. They're like. I think PPD could have maybe lived if he didn't even try to destroy the Tombstone, like just Nightmare and try to run to the left. But Fear was dead 100%. I think there.
So what do you do if you're the Queen of Pain at this point? So right now, Hao is 1-1. He's forced to walk back to the well. Doesn't even have boots yet.
He's going to be patient. He's going to be patient and wait for FY to get one successful gank down there, and then he's completely back in the game.
The thing is, they only have one stun, and it's on DK. So in that top lane, there can only be like 2, max 3 zombies spawning before you get out of the lane, because they don't even have a slow besides Sky. I just think, yeah,
Sky was Nightmare.
You just
right
have
away.
to go to the right. So I think they both could have probably lived there.
Okay, PPD playing a lot of Bane.
Yep. All right, he's looking for the curry. Just look at that respect there, really.
Yeah.
Sumail is paying attention, but is he paying attention on the way back? Can FY actually get this? Yeah, he can.
He got it before.
Oh my.
Oh, he's giving up. Oh, he mistimed that. Wow. He's going to be really sad. That was just 1 second off.
That was really close.
He's going to be annoyed with that. I guess he was expecting them to send it back the same path. He was imagining that it would come from the right.
He
and
got next leveled.
He got next leveled. He just sent it back normally.
Yes. So much mind game.
Oh, down bottom. Skywrath Mage rotating down once. Owie Hao getting dove deep by Universe on the other side of it. This Kato's in a lot of trouble. Skywrath Mage could potentially get a solo kill here. One more Arcane Bolt. That's it. Fenrir gets another on the scoreboard. 3-0 as Vici pulling to the lead. Hao still squaring off with Universe. Needs to be careful. Blink on cooldown for another second. Oh, the stick charges. Good call. Baits him into the tower. Now Skywrath coming in. Now it's Universe that's in trouble. Tries to get into the tree line. The dagger does. Would have had enough damage, but the Queen of Pain finishes him off in style. Now right to the top lane. FY and Ice doing what they can. PPD taking a lot of damage from zombies, but LSA gets set up. PPD will fall. FY doing big damage. Illuminate comes in, finishes him off, but the Lina falls as well. Bounty Hunter getting a lot out of this trade. It's still Vici Gaming coming out ahead.
This time the Bounty Hunter's working. So now EG have to be worried that even though they bought these 4 sentries early on, FY has still managed to set up. How many kills is that? Has he been in 5 kills? Oh, 3 kills. Okay, but that's still more than enough. He's level 4. Like, the last game he was level 4 minute 12 or something, I think. So, leveling twice as fast as last game will probably... I'm still imagining bottom lane is a target for him, but now that Fenrir managed to get the job done there, he doesn't even need to rotate down anymore. I think Quap will be fine, too. And the only thing EG really have going for them is CS, but that's not that important in this version compared to the past. Oh, nice, but not enough.
Oh, what a soul rip. He's still alive. Now Hal rotates in. Dagger onto Fear. And looks like there'll be no follow-up. Well-timed soul rip.
And mid lane, Sumail has to be a little bit more careful. Dragon Knight is level 6 now. So there always is that potential Dragon Tail with the Bounty Hunter roaming around.
I feel like Super is holding his own fairly well. Obviously, Sumail's winning the lane, getting more farm, but DK still...
He's doing really
He's got
well
that baseline. Number 2 on net worth is pretty solid.
Yeah, FY's going to see this. Oh, he's going to steal half the experience if he can.
Yep. Nice ward placement there. Knows exactly what Sumail wants to do. Sits on the low ground.
Oh, that is a lot of XP. He's not getting as much as he would like, because he can't just walk up.
Yeah.
Walk up straight through the march. But
can they kill
if
Sumail
he gets the
here?
kill,
Tombstone comes
boy.
down. Ice is there. Sumail to fall. 7-1.
Brazil,
Nice
Germany.
Jeez.
Sorry, I stole that out of Twitch chat, actually, but, you know. Thanks, guys. Love the dank memes.
Yep. Tinker going down. Easy tower going to be taken here, it feels like. He's dead for 14 more.
Bounty Hunter living up to the reputation that Synderen has put out for him. He's either amazing or terrible. And now Owie, he's going to be locked in place in the tree line, trying to illuminate, but the Dragon Tail slaps him in the face. And it'll be Super grabbing that kill and a tier 1 tower to follow. No glyph for EG. They've already used it. And it is Dragon. I think it's the last hit. Vici starting to take a lot of control of this game as the lanes start to break down. Super rotating down bottom, starts to repel the Bristle. We'll keep the tower safe. Fenrir warding up the Ancients, making sure Ichi don't have amazing recovery mechanics.
That kill on Sumail dictated the pace of this game. FY is going to be caught out. They don't even have any dust or anything.
Yep, and Fear doesn't even have 6, so no Laguna to drop the rotation.
Getting a tower this early in the game is crucial for VG. They can just go into the jungle so easily now, and Sumail won't even have... They need a ward for him really badly, but still you can just smoke gank.
Yep.
Yeah, the map is really open right now. He's probably going to get level 6 at around minute 10, I think.
FY again.
Maybe even earlier.
Leeching some XP.
All these soul ring usages actually might... he can't solo him. Not yet. He's still getting some good XP, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, did we mention that, by the way? The fact that you can actually farm mud golems with March now? That's obviously also...
we did not, but yeah, it's a good
that's
thing to
obviously
point out.
an important thing for Tinker to be able to do it. Like, it's still not efficient at all, but it's better than having to ignore a camp because there's golems in it.
Up top, Hao wants to make it go here. It looks like maybe the cuddle will get going on. A lot of potential ganks brewing here in multiple parts of the map. FY goes right into Owie, hits him with the Janata, and will continue to do what damage he can. Gets him down to about half health. And will prevent him from stacking the Ancients, which will inherently not reveal the block that they put down. Smart little play there.
Fenrir waiting for the minute 9-10 rune, it looked like. It's actually just standing on the rune spot. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. But
What level's Fear right now? They need to get him level 6.
He's 6, I think.
Okay,
Yep,
so
just
they
hit
can
6.
blow up Ice. Or who's top? Super?
No, it's Hao.
How?
uh-oh. He is tanky, though.
He's
Not in... Oh, maybe
oh, 22 HP!
That value bracer.
And now Sumail in a lot of trouble. This ward in the jungle paying huge dividends as Ice gets another one on the scoreboard. My, oh my. The value bracer indeed, Sin.
Yep, they're just getting run at now. And I don't even know how EG can hold the line anymore. You have to have PPD level 6 to hold this Dragon Knight off. And Sumail keeps on getting picked off before his boots of travel.
Yeah.
They don't really have any aggressive potential right now is the problem. Their support duo, Nightmare into Illuminate isn't that bad, but I just don't think it cuts it right now. So the Lina kind of has to rotate to make successful ganks, more or less. She can't do it, though. They're kind of cornered. And FY will...
Oh, Hao coming in.
It's only going to get worse like this.
There's a track. He does have a Sonic Wave. Fear. No, they won't commit for it with the TP coming in. Also a TP rotation from Ice. This could erupt into quite the skirmish. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Super just doing some split pushing with the Dragon Knight. Also has a haste rune in the bottle.
Yep. Top tower is going to be forfeited, it looks like, though, from EG.
Yeah. They're lucky Fear lived there, though. I think Hao could have just manned up and finished him off. But wanted to play safe there.
Oh, did you mention he didn't skill ult?
Who?
On Scareth? I don't think I've seen that build before. That's interesting. I don't know if there was a mistake or if he just doesn't want to skill ult until he has Arcane Boots.
I can't think of a time I've ever seen that. I feel like the ult on Skywrath is one of those that just changes the dynamic of the hero so much.
You have one stun. It's on Dragon Knight, but still, coupled up with him.
Even a Janata is enough to land a really good ult. I mean,
even a concussive can still finish
The
somebody
slow
off
coming
if they're
in.
slow.
Yep.
I mean, if they're low, you know? Slow and low. Coddle not really known for his tankiness here. FY getting some great intel around the backside. Throws a track out onto Fear. They'll put down a sentry. It gets pinged out by FY right away. And says, well, take another track. I think he's going to track up Sumail here also. The amount of intel FY is providing the team right now is just so huge. PPD finds him with a sentry, puts him into the Nightmare. Sumail rotating over, but Fear nowhere to be found. They can't set up on him. Meanwhile, the other side, Universe now initiated on. If only there was a Skywrath ultimate. Never mind, they don't need it. Oh, Bristle just gets melted. Meanwhile, on the other side, a lot of tracked heroes trying to hightail it to the high ground. PPD may get left behind. Beautiful blinding light from Owie buys PPD the time he needs, and he'll make it back to the base. Just a 1-0, but showing their power against that Bristleback.
Oh.
Good night, sweet Owie.
Ouch.
There's... I don't know what EG need to do right now. I can't think of anything.
You know, if this was any other patch, you would just try to turtle and buy time, but it just seems like in this version, it's not as good. The Tinker can definitely hold them off for a while, but the problem is it's a core Lina they have safe lane, so their actual late game physical damage output is Mainly the Bristle, honestly, and he isn't looking too hot either.
Here we go. Mystic Flare comes down. Bane just gets evaporated. Vici playing this very patiently here. Just abusing the nature of all this intel they have with the track. Does Sumail have his BOTs yet? He does not. Oh my.
Yeah, he generally gets these at like minute 8 or 9.
Yep, here we go. Another fight breaks out. Universe taking a lot of damage. He is tracked up. Slowed down. One more punch from Ice 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 gets the kill. This track gold really starting to add up for the Radiant side. This Tombstone as well. The tier 2 tower in the mid is fallen, and now EG running out of access points. We can just take a look at the overall net worth graph.
Damage done 26. What?
Tower is under attack.
That's weird.
That's a very very fragile Bristleback. He died to 26 damage.
Oh my, 13 minutes, nearly a 10k net worth lead. This feels almost insurmountable. I don't think we're quite there, but a few more failed team fights and EG will be out of options.
I can't remember the last time I've seen Undying be double the net worth at minute 14. It's actually insane how much farm Ice 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 has got out of all these kills.
Well, remember
He has a
how it
mech.
started. He got the first blood and they got that double kill up top, so he had a lot of momentum very early on.
Well,
Now the Shadow Blade for DK is up.
yeah, nowhere safe on the map for Tinker. He needs to get his Blink Dagger so he can always go into the trees, hide, split push out the lanes. I mean, like you said, Synderen, they have great high ground defense with the Dragon Slave, Caudal Blast, Lina, or the Tinker as well with the March, but can they even hold in? Bristleback has to be the one to kill this Tombstone that's causing them so many problems, and I don't think he can kill it unless he has a BKB.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Here.
Killing the Tombstone is going to be a really big issue. And I'm assuming that Vici will wait with high grounding until they have a pipe. That's probably going to be the biggest item for them in this game. 10%
BKB
aura as well as the 400 block.
BKB is on
Or
Dragon
BKB.
Knight, and
Or
then
BKB.
and then Roche.
Well, Super's going the aggressive build. He may just go straight into the Silver Edge at this rate.
I don't even think he needs it. PPD's gonna get picked off here.
Yeah, easy track gold. You're right, honestly. I was talking about how good the break is against Bristle, but it doesn't really seem like they're having any trouble bringing him down, even with the
The
Bristle.
silence coming in from Skywrath is that's
huge.
That's
Damage done
10
0.
times better. Yeah,
is this?
Somebody broke it.
You better send an email to the Frog here. I don't know.
Yeah, we
Bane
know
just
you-
saw those two heroes and then he just fell over. Take my gold.
Ice 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 now has a mech completed. That is one beefy flesh golem.
PPD's in a nightmare. He still hasn't woken up, you know.
Oh.
Get out.
Boris with the zings.
Ah well. Gotta
Still
make-
better than my jokes.
Invokers could have been the hero for EG.
If only they had a Quaswex Invoker, right, Sin?
Then they would have had 15-0.
Oh, Sumail.
All
Cancel
right,
TP.
TP in, and they'll be okay, though. FY is rotating around the backside.
Oh, it's Rukin.
Oh, he throws it. Sumail in some trouble here. They'll chase him down. There's a Dragon Tail on the way. Super closes the gap, and this will be another dead Tinker. Meanwhile, on the other side, Tombstone will get focused down. No kill.
Look how
comes
long
out.
it takes them with 4 heroes. If
Ice
Bristle
Ice
has to
Ice.
do that alone,
He's
there's
not
no
scared.
way.
Oh, he takes a Fiend Script as well as a Laguna to the face. They throw away the Bane, but it's a mega kill streak ended for PPD. Now Fenrir gets caught by the LSA. How on the other side has a Sonic Wave, thinking about initiating, but will opt to be patient here. And it ends as a 2 for 2 around the map. Well, there's that patience. Fear takes a Sonic Wave. Nice LSA, but it won't be enough to survive. Another track kill going the way of Vici, and all the while Super gets that tier 1 tower in the top lane.
Well, is FY done yet? That's a courier.
Oh,
Oh, they're baiting him.
yeah, right into the sentry. I think he knows.
Yeah.
He's too smart.
Rise middle tower is under attack.
Well, that... EG managed to triple their kills at least, but it's not...
They're holding steady. It's plateauing.
Yeah, they need to gain. It's just difficult to gain when you're trading with a bounty hunter. Like, you can't... Even trading 2 for 1 kills isn't even... It's barely a win for EG when the track is up and there's a couple of heroes involved.
It's really interesting seeing BG playing Bounty Hunter in back-to-back games and having completely black and white results. One game a total flop, and the other the hero looks amazing. And we've talked about it a little bit, but just really exemplifying how much of a volatile pick Bounty Hunter can be in terms of risk and reward. Sumail tracked, and okay, he'll TP out.
Universe went for that mechanism here. Wonder what his next item's going to be. It has. Well, he's going for the Vanguard.
So
I don't know.
Crimson probably, just to try to keep his team alive as
Crimson
best he
Guard's
can.
really good against Undying. It does block the zombies entirely, right?
I believe so.
For the entire duration.
I think they don't do enough damage.
Oh.
Threshold Courier. This one's got a point booster. Super coming on in. Dragon Tail into Universe. He's got his back turned. Mystic Flare as well. Concussive to follow up. He's just a little too beefy at this point with his back the other way.
Oh, they're throwing abilities at this Bristle without killing him. Now they're even going to farm the Tombstone.
Under the tower. Just look how slowly it dies.
That's a pretty big win for EG. Especially if they get a bonus kill.
Fiend's Grip onto FY. Not enough damage. Rockets from Sumail will not be successful to find the kill.
Fear's in trouble.
He sure is. Super goes charging in. There's the Dragon Tail on Sumail. Big burst damage. Nicely played to keep him alive, but now the follow-up's here. No Sonic Wave to finish him off. Everyone's still alive for now. Illuminate will not find the enemies. A lot of damage traded, but neither side taking a death.
Yeah, trying to fight outside the base could have been very disastrous for EG there, but still. The Blinding Lights coming in from AUI. They have a lot of... They still do have a lot of burst damage. With the Coddle Blast and the Tinker March, it's really hard for VG to fight into it. And maybe they're just a little bit worried about that, but...
So, Tier 2 down. Only one remaining for the Dire side. These are scary times here, Alan.
I know. What do you do? What do you... I can't even think of a comeback for them. They just have to turtle in their base, but then VG just can out-farm you on the map. All Bounty Hunter has to do is just track you when you go in lane, and then they have vision of you for the rest of the game.
I would have more faith in an EG comeback if they had more physical damage to rely on later on, because itemizing against EG's lineup is actually super easy. Just get BKBs or a lot of magic resist, and then the only physical you need to worry about is a Bristleback, and you could just control him, and then the others actually can't kill you at all. Like,
Ice went for the Guardian Greaves here.
I would be very surprised if they don't start itemizing BKB or Pipe here. It just seems like the item again's EG's lineup.
I think so.
Or just health. You could just get a lot of health too.
Yeah.
That would also be good.
5 hearts.
At this point, they're doing well with just aggression. I mean, they just picked up the Orchid on the Queen of Pain, so now Hal has a lot more killing potential.
No, just get 5 Blade Mails for the Tinker March and the Coddle Blast.
Yeah, they could do that too, actually. That would be fun.
I think that's the idea with the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, you're right. Are they actually doing that?
I think Ice is going to get one.
Oh my god, that would be fun.
Wow, actually, that is a fun strat.
And the problem is EG really don't want to itemize BKBs themselves. And it's the only way they can counter the Blade Mail because it deals pure damage in return. So you can't really... They need health or BKBs, or they need to not cast their spells. The last one is not an option. So that's a pretty big problem for them.
Definitely is. Lena still looking for a Yule's Scepter, but very far away from it. Fear is just... I mean, he's turned into a support at this point. He is number 8 on net worth overall.
I mean, the best thing, though,
farmer.
The best thing right now, though, for at least EG is they can still have Sumail outside the base farming with his hero having Tinker. I think he still. I think he has a Blink Dagger up. No, he's getting it now.
There it is.
Okay,
yeah.
So he's a lot more safer now. Only thing that can really pick him off is. Is it enough if Quap gets on him with the Orchid, Scream? Is it enough to burst Sumail down before he TPs out?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, here comes the high ground siege. Super goes right into Dragon form, and they'll start chipping at this tower with that corrosive breath. EG defending pretty well.
Oh, they got a tower bottom.
Oh, that's nice. That was just a natural creep push as well.
I think Sumail has been pushing it out a little bit.
Rod of Atos on the Skywrath. The cripple.
Yep.
I like that item.
Buying it against the only player in the world, until now, who likes the item.
What item?
The Rod of Aoi.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this item is almost never picked up in competitive, but when it is, it's always Aoi 2000.
Almost exclusive.
And now someone on Vici got it. Is that... It's like a little nod of respect, maybe?
Yeah, it's like, I can do it better. I mean...
that doesn't sound like a nod of respect.
Yeah, he's just like taunting him. It's like, I can play better than you with your own item. I don't know, I think Glimmer Cape's way better on Skywrath this game, though. Just, sure, you can have this low, but... I mean, if Bristleback's not going a BKB, then you're just going to be standing there. So it's a pretty good item in that regard.
It also just gives the Skywrath some great stats. Now he's got a pretty beefy mana pool, and his HP is at a more acceptable level to not get blown up. What does Super have coming out? Okay, he just went straight BKB, so no Silver Edge. Just playing it safe. The Allen build. The
Gotta
Allen
play it
project.
safe. I mean, if he gets a heart mix, they have absolutely nothing to really, and they can just constantly siege the high ground.
Yep. I actually think Heart next to Dragonite will be the best item too. And I feel like these days very rarely am I in favor of Heart over Scotty on most heroes. It just seemed like Scotty took over the role of Heart in the past as the tanky item. But when you're pushing into Tinker Coddle, who will inevitably, they will try to hold the base like over time by just pressuring you back and back and back, but never really burst. EG doesn't have bursts, apart from, well, okay, let me rephrase that. They do have burst, but they don't have 2.5k worth of burst. So if they can take him down to 20%, it doesn't matter if he has a heart. They just reset and they re-go with the next wave, and the Dragonite, I actually think if he gets a heart in the next 10 minutes, that's the game over, probably, or maybe in the next 5 even.
Close
he
to
can
it.
farm a lot.
I mean, the gold grass
7
should just be
minutes
going
sounds likely.
further and further in Vici's favor. Even though the kills have slowed down, they're still just farming the map more efficiently. And yeah, that line is slightly lower slope, but it's nice.
At least EG are still holding the high ground, and they're trying to set up a kill so badly. They've been waiting for the last 2 minutes top lane. Skywrath is really tanky here too. I don't even know if they can kill him. I mean, they can always call in somebody with AUI here, but
Tinker's still farming okay. I mean, he is the CS leader at the moment. What is Sumail working on next? I mean, do you just go straight Dagon here? Looks like, yeah, he is going to go for the Dagon build.
oh, bottom lane. He's going to get gone on.
Oh, the fast blink from Sumail. Very nicely played there. Now, do you think Hao is going for the Hex with that ultimate orb?
Has to be.
Could be a Scotty. Come on now.
I mean, there's still...
Is there any merit to Lincoln's?
No.
It's pretty good against Pain.
I don't
Against
think,
a Bristle, I feel like Lincoln's is always
Yeah, that's true.
less than slightly less.
if he had Hex there, Sumail was dead.
Yep. Oh, Hao, he's going to be in some trouble. Fiend script.
All right,
The
there's your
entire
Lincolns.
arsenal here. Okay, well, Bane gets another dominating streak ended, so PPD hitting the old bank. FY, tickling universe. That's cool. I didn't realize you could throw the shuriken at a creep that's not tracked, it'll still bounce to the tracked units. That's neat. I thought you had to throw it at a tracked unit for the bounce. It's a cool little mechanic.
They will be trading for a tower. I still think this is pretty much the best EG can expect at this point, is to get a key target kill and save their Tinker. They don't stand a chance at contesting outside their base, so if they can at least keep Sumail farming while all this is going on and he can aim... Well, he's going to have a Dagon now, which I am assuming is going to be the build here, so it's a start. Still has a long way to go, though. And he has the innate problem that if he gets silenced by Skywrath, he actually has no way of removing it. There's no counterplay. It's a very long silence and pretty much takes him out of the fight.
Should go for that Manta
right, he's going to get
style.
Yules instead. I thought he was going to
that.
get the Dagon, but that's a solution to that, but then he doesn't have damage, so you can't have both yet.
So do you feel like that's the safe play here that could get them back into the game, or is this the kind of game where you need to take those risks and go for the Dagon and try to find pickoffs?
It doesn't help against the Dragon Knight with his Shadow Blade in.
Yeah.
But it also, but you also have to realize that PPD has been playing phenomenally this game with his defensive supports, so he always has his sleep to fall back on. But AUI doing AUI things not working out this game though.
Yeah, he's going down. That's another track kill here for FY.
What did Dragon Knight buy on the courier?
Oh, it is the Silver Edge.
He actually
There you
went
go.
Silver Edge first. Okay.
There you go.
That's still good. It's some more tankiness. The break against Bristleback is, of course, really good, as we talked about earlier. It's the only thing you really break here. You can break Lina passive, I guess.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, but
yeah,
I think it's worth
Not
it
that
for the
important right
Bristleback. It's also just a good item on Dragonite. It's everything that he needs. Gives him some extra strength, some extra damage. Now you get the maim. I think even if there isn't a great break target, it's still sort of a natural upgrade for DK.
I still really like to see the heart pick up on Dragon Knight and just look to end the game. There are alternative items, but I still do think it's the best. And in some ways, this Silver Edge is a great way of ensuring that EG can't get out of the map. But I feel like they couldn't anyway. And if a team fight breaks out, the question is if he'll be able to open from Silver Edge
Right.
or not. If he doesn't, it's kind of a meh build-up.
Yeah,
you really get it for the break. The damage reduction, of course, is great too. We disregard that a lot. We talk about how the break counters passives, but you also do, I think it's all sources of damage 40% less, right, for the duration.
Yeah, it's 40.
40% for 5 seconds.
Yes.
5 seconds.
So
It's just like having
it's nice.
a lesser enraged Ursa.
Yeah, pretty much. So more tracks coming out here as Vici start to move towards the high ground. We've talked about EG's ability to turtle up in this game, and that's what we'll see, I think. I feel like Vici really don't have to force the issue, though. Like Alan was mentioning earlier, they can be okay with EG turtle up in the base because that means they can just farm out the map, stack Ancients.
There's the pipe.
Maybe this is the item they were waiting for to try and breach the high ground.
Good item.
I think it's beneficial for VG just to go high ground before Bristle has BKB. That's the only thing that can really save them, but still, the break will still go. Can you dispel break with a BKB?
You mean dispel
Like if he
the
breaks
silver edge
you,
debuff?
then can you BKB to dispel it?
I'm
yes,
not
you
sure.
can. Okay, yeah, you can.
I want to say yes.
Puppy said yes.
All right,
I
Puppy
believe
says
him.
yes, then absolutely. All right, Illuminate coming out the pipe, doing some work here. They force out the glyph from EG. Tombstone on the high ground. They will slow siege this tier 3 to death. The corrosive breath doing a lot. Queen of Pain will find the last hit. Trax starting to stack up. PPD just gets blown up. Laguna onto Ice, 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 but it just tickles. Universe in the front line. Sonic Wave to bring down Lina. It's a fast 2 for Nil Fear. He'll buy back, but now it's Universe in trouble. He'll buy back as well. A 4v5 on the field. Barracks still standing. Vici playing this very cautiously. Happy to force out the buybacks. We'll move down to the low ground and reset.
That's a pretty big win for them. What was that? 3 kills, 2 buybacks, and a tier 3 for nothing.
Correct.
They used the BKB charge. I guess that was the trade-off. I'll take that.
Still a good trade. As you can see, the gold exchange there, pretty sizable.
And Roche is up now, so you can always fake the Roche. That's like their last hope, it feels like, for EG stealing a Roche.
Oh no, Sumail, he TP's right into FY. They find him. There's the Yule Scepter. That keeps him alive a little bit longer. But even the Breathe Fire doesn't matter. Tinker goes down, and Sumail...
Does Tinker have buyback?
He does.
Okay.
The little gold portrait around his number means he's got buyback. You see how it's like styled that way?
Okay, yeah. At the top?
Yep, under where it says 41, 40. It'll be all black if they don't have buyback.
Was that the Coddle eggs?
Does Cuddle have eggs? I don't think so.
He just got it, right?
Oh, he just got it. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right, well, that helps. That actually makes a big difference in the high ground siege if they're fighting during daytime.
Yeah, but I still think Vici are strong enough, but if it's at this point definitely should consider probably sieging high ground at nighttime. They have another minute and a half before it's day, actually, so...
I think just FY is really disappointed in this game. Fear.
Nice blind.
All right, nice round of heals. Hal coming in. Yule's Scepter to set it up. Tombstone down in a pretty good spot. Fear just gets obliterated. Now he's dead, and PPD as well. No buybacks on either of those. Universe, he's tracked and in some trouble. Back turn, but the damage output just seems like it's too great. Beautiful blinding light from Howie 2000. That actually keeps the Bristleback alive, at least for now. Hal coming in, drops the Orchid, wants to bring him down. Really just trying to make space for the rest of his team to finish off the barracks. They'll do some pretty good damage here to the melee barracks. They will be able to finish it off. Again, that Corrosive Breath doing a lot of work on the structures. Blinding Light helping, but it just isn't enough to stop them from taking the mid lane of barracks. Vici will be successful with this objective push.
Well, the biggest thing I think this game is that FY is kind of disappointed that his team didn't buy 5 Blade Mails. Going for Lincolns. That's what you wanted to see. That'll help out. Only for the... I mean, playing with only a Bane to really cancel out stuff. Sure, you can have the Tinker with his laser. You have Goo. I mean, they have a lot of things.
What a stat there.
What was that?
It was EG has less than 5 kills in 6 of their 900 games before the 30-minute mark.
If EG come back to win this game, I'm going to eat my phone on stream.
I'm going to
yes.
I'm going to eat my phone.
I just want to talk about how this is the crippling strategy, right? You have the amount of slows coming in from Dragon Knight ulti, from Tombstone
Dagger,
with Skywrath having Rod and his slow built in. You have Shadow Strike. You have every single person has a slow, and then you have Bounty Hunter with a track giving you movement speed.
Yeah. Wow, you're right. How long? Janata does slow when you get the crit. For how long is it? Is it a 2-second debuff? 3. Okay, it was a couple seconds. So and yeah, you're right. This is.
He had the poison orb too earlier too. But
yeah, the
oof.
Did Super complete the heart, or does he have the Reaver?
He's got the Reaver, still working on the rest. Finally, a Dagon comes out for Sumail though. Finally, the Tinker gets some damage.
He's only got 1,000 HP though. If he gets caught once, he's dead immediately.
Undying now going for probably an Octarine core here. As they start to siege the high ground in the bottom lane, Pipe comes out, no glyph for EG. As Ice in the front line's happy to tank it up. Illuminate doing some work here. It is daytime, so it will heal up any teammates that it does come across. Tier 3 going down rather quickly. EG just don't have the resources to handle this universe. Down to about half health. Sonic Wave cuts right through the Bristleback and brings him down. No buyback on universe. He's in the grave for over a minute. It's officially a 5v4, soon to be a 5v3. Bane also in the grave. Double kill for Ice as now Fear gets ripped apart and the GGs are called. Vici Gaming will take game 2 to take us to an ace match decider. Wow, what an explosive series here in our lower bracket finals.
Well, this game came down to the early game for sure. The first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game dictated the pace.
Realistically, this game was pretty much over minute 10.
Yes.
And EG did what they could to try to stall, and they did a pretty good job not getting rolled over earlier, but Vici Gaming just showing some respect for their opponent, not trying to push too early. I think they could have maybe won this 5 to 10 minutes ago with a faster pipe buildup, but I mean, why take a chance in an elimination match, especially when you're behind 0-1?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. If there's
safer.
any chance that the opponents may throw from the EG perspective,